And what was the entry into guitar, by the way? I mean, obviously that was the initial door opener. And like,
Yeah.
what was the connection there?
I had a good friend of mine named Kevin Roush, and he had his brother, a older brother, who listened to metal and punk, and he had a guitar in his room, and I could hear it. I'd be at his house having dinner, and I'd hear his brother playing guitar, and I'd be like, "Do you think your brother would let me just see the guitar, touch it, see if I could strum a chord on it?" He's like, "No, he'd kick your ass." So I'm like, "Oh man, I just want to see it." And then I was, anytime I'd hear something on the radio, whether it be Jay Giles band or Boston or whatever it was, I'd hear these riffs when the band would stop and it would just be the guitar, and I'd be like, "Wow, I gotta buy a guitar one day." So my one buddy, Jeff Blake from Detroit, was upgrading his guitar to forget what brand he was getting, but he had this imitation black Les Paul called a Tara, and he sold it to me for $10. And that was my very first guitar. And the funny thing is I wanted a black Les Paul. That was my dream guitar. So I had something that looked like my dream guitar. Sure didn't play like it, but it was something that I remember going to sleep and waking up just staring at it, just obsessed with it. And I learned how to play myself. I went to one guitar lesson, and the guy tried to teach me the Mel Bay book, teach me, Silent Night or whatever, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And I was like, I'm not going to learn this way. I'm going to learn on my own. So that's what I did.